Hey guys, it's Mark from North 7 Outdoors. We are back. Welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night Tackle Talk. Who wants to see what $3,000 worth of reels look like? Just kidding, but today we're going to talk about my rod and reel, just my reel lineup for this year. So let's get started. Hopefully we can get her cracked out in 5 minutes. So let's start with the first set with just spinning reels. These four are my primary spinning reels. I may pick up a Lews Mach 2. It's in the Amazon cart right now, so we'll see if I get that or not. Let's start with the backbone. So we've got two Pflueger President XTs. I am absolutely convinced, for your money, these are the best reels under $100. Next, we're stepping it up with the Pflueger Supreme XT. I don't think the price justifies the difference between the President XT and the Supreme XT. And then we have our highest end reel, which is the Revo STX. So 3 of the 4 reels have 10-pound braid on them. One red, one green, one bright green. The brighter the colors I can see in the water, that's the most important aspect. With spinning reels, I just want to see the line move any odd way. I want to make eye contact with the line at all times. The only reel that didn't have this was the Supreme XT, which was straight 10-pound fluorocarbon, because I was fishing just exclusively for smallies last time I had this out, and I was using swim baits, and I didn't want to have a 30-foot leader, so I wanted to cast far away from the boat and then slowly retrieve a small spinning or a swim bait without the fish ever seeing the braided line. So I just decided to use straight 10-pound fluorocarbon, but I'll be taking it off before the season starts and putting 10-pound braid. And then all my spinning reels have the same applications: shaky heads, wacky worms, weightless swim baits, light swim baits, drop shotting, Nico rigs, Ned rigs. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just your finesse applications. All of them are pretty much the same. So if you ever ask me what's the best spinning reel under $100, I will probably always say Pflueger President XT. And yeah, I'm excited to try the Revo STX this year. Hopefully that's an amazing reel. It better be. I got a really good deal on it, but it isn't a very expensive reel. It is about $250 Canadian, $200 American. So yeah, that's the spinning reel. So let's get quickly to the reels in the bait casting section. That's going to take a little bit more time to explain because of the gear ratios. You know what, guys? I thought I had all my bait casting reels. I don't. There's 2 or 3 in that box over there I got to get into. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is a Revo Rocket 9-to-1 gear ratio. It's got like 20 or 25 pound drag on it. It has 65 pound Seaguar Smackdown on it. It is my top water reel. I throw big whopper ploppers on it. I throw frogs and the nasty stuff. I pair it always with a 7-foot heavy, and I pull whatever I hook out of what I need to pull it out of. Here we go. This is an interesting one. This is a BPS Pro Qualifier 1 before they discontinued it and they made the Pro Qualifier 2. This thing was like $100 US. I picked it up when they discontinued them for $50. Had amazing reviews. It's good. It's not it's not the same as a $300 reel. It is a very good $50 US reel, Pro Qualifier 1. I have it spooled with 65-pound green braid. I throw heavy swim baits on this for muskies, like my Huddlestons. It's only got 15-pound drag. I just dial the drag all the way set down, and I just let the fish pull if it happens to pull. But 15-pound drag is pretty good. Revo Premier Gen 2. It's like a 6.5 to 1 or 6 something to 1 gear ratio reel, a little slower. I'll fish jigs with it. It's paired with 17-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon. I'll just throw whatever I happen to need on it. A jig, a Texas rig, whatever have you be. This is a Pflueger President XT paired with 15-pound fluorocarbon. It is a 7:3 to 1 gear ratio reel, so I could take the fluorocarbon off and have another top water rod, but I like it as a fluorocarbon. I just wanted to try this reel. I've heard very good things about it. It's okay, you know, it's a fine reel. I may use this as a primary power shotting. I might, you know, just try a heavy-duty drop shot unit onto this thing. I've used Nico rigs on it, Texas rig. I mean, it's an all-around decent rod. The only thing you can't get away with is it's just not a good enough reel. Rather, you can't get away with throwing weightless lures on it. You can't throw a wacky worm on it, but you can in a couple reels I have in here. So these are actually, this is another $1,000 worth of reels I forgot I put in the cardboard box after I re-put the line on them a couple days ago. Okay, let's talk about this. This is a Pflueger Patriarch I picked up for, like, I got it on a really good deal. It's a 7:9 to 1 gear ratio reel, 65-pound yellow braid on it. It's going to be a second topwater reel. I'm going to tie it to identical rod that the Revo Rock is tied to, a 7-foot heavy Okuma Helios. And it's going to be a secondary topwater rod. So I have two top rodders going at all time. That way I can leave a whopper plopper on one or a toad runner on one, and then I can have a traditional frog on another, and I don't have to keep changing them out. This is a Revo Premier Gen 3. I picked it up half off when they discontinued it. Very nice reel, very sleek. It's probably my smoothest reel, I would say. 7:1 to 1 gear ratio reel. I use this for throwing weightless worms paired with a 7-foot medium heavy Okuma Helios rod. It's so smooth I can just get away with throwing weightless. No weight on it. It doesn't cause a backlash. It's very good for throwing a wacky worm next to a tree stump or, you know, a branch. And if you get a big one on there with the bait caster and 15-pound fluorocarbon, you can kind of control that fish better. Okay, last reel we're going to talk about is the Lews Magnesium Speed Spool. This thing was a $300 reel, US. They're discontinued now. I picked it up dirt cheap again about 1.5 years ago. Great reel, super smooth, 15-pound drag, paired with 20-pound Seagar Sunline that I bought earlier this year. It is going to be used as my primary flipping reel. So just anything. It's going to pair with a 7.6 extra heavy Denali lithium flipping rod. So it's going to deal with jigs, creature baits, whatever, if I have to throw stuff in there. The drag's only 15 or 17 pounds on it. I'll probably have the drag set most of the way, and for what I fish, I should be able to put anything that I get into the boat without there being too much of an issue. So there you go. That's my reel setup for the year. What do you guys think? Did I mismanage any of my reels? Should I be using one instead of the other for a certain application? But yeah, that's pretty much all my reels that I have. The spinning reels are all for one application, identical, they're interchangeable. The bait casters all have different gear ratios and drags and fluorocarbon braid, and they all have different purposes, so not as interchangeable. But thank you guys for watching, and if you guys have a Tuesday tackle talk topic you want discussed, let me know and I'll do my best to get to it. Thank you for watching and take care.